Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday to everybody. So this morning session then is, as always, not a very long session, but it's a session that I'm hoping will set your day up just right. I think, I don't know about you, but universally, on a Sunday, I always sense I don't know, this general feeling of, I can't explain it really. It's just that everybody is waiting for Monday morning, especially if you work. So on Sunday evening, I don't know if anyone can relate. But I always, even though I don't traditionally work on a Monday, but I always feel a little bit like, oh, it's Monday tomorrow. The weekend's finished. So yeah, I don't know how you're feeling today, but I'm hoping that today's session will brighten your Monday morning up, and that yeah, you can take some of this forward into your day. So thank you so much for joining me during these live meditation sessions. Thanks for your messages. I know that we have people catching up on these sessions from all around the world, which is really great to know. I think we can all help each other, can't we? So, and for me, meditation, mindfulness has just been amazing in helping me cope with lots of different difficulties. And it's a practice. So this is a commitment to me, but also a commitment to you. I show up because you show up. So if you want to join me this morning, we're going to be doing a meditation all around gratitude. So gratitude means being thankful. And I wanted to kind of bring in the theme of two things this morning, but the first thing was positivity and the second thing is gratitude. So it's not about taking a Pollyanna approach to life. Really, positivity is something, I guess it can be likened to strengthening a muscle. So imagine if positivity was a muscle. The more you engage in positivity, the stronger it becomes. And a lot of us, we are, and it's not our fault, we're just human, but we are more inclined to notice the negative things in our life rather than the positive aspects. And that's just evolution. That's because we're conditioned to seek out, the threats of things that are going to be harmful before the nicer things, because that's what's kept us safe for thousands of years. But for some of us, when we are so focused on the negative a lot of the time, it actually turns what we call our negativity bias. It turns it right up. And that's difficult because that means that rather than noticing the good, we notice a lot of the bad. And even if, say, 30, nice things happen in the day, it might only take one or two bad things that had happened, and that would be all you'd be thinking about. Can anyone relate to that? If someone's cut you up in traffic, or if someone's been really rude to you at the supermarket, that's maybe all you're going to be thinking about, rather than thinking about all the the wonderful things that happen, like something like when you go in traffic, or maybe the way that the sunlight hit the trees, or maybe that you got a really good deal when you were out shopping somewhere. So yeah, we're all naturally inclined to focus on the negative rather than the positive. So practicing positivity can be so helpful in helping you to feel more positive, to engage with the world much more positively. And one way into this is by practicing what we call gratitude. So gratitude practices are really popular now. I know that if I deliver mental health training, we talk about practicing gratitude because it's important, it works, it's helpful. It helps us to feel good, it helps us to feel humble, it helps us to recognize what we've got. And there's a lot of us who don't really see this as quickly. There's a great practice that you can do if you don't already, but it's to keep a gratitude diary. And that means that you would write down, 5 things of an evening, things that you're grateful for. And that doesn't have to be anything massive. I woke up this morning and thought, well, what am I grateful for? Well, the biggest thing is I'm actually grateful that I've woken up, because a lot of us, well, some of us in the world today haven't had that privilege, have they? They've not woken up today. I've been given another day. I'm feeling really grateful for that. Another day with my boys, another day to engage with the world. And also just things like, you can see how amazing sight, you can hear, you have heating on, and these are just all really small basic things. But we live in such a materialistic world a lot of us, we fall into the trap of this idea of, well, I'll be happy when I have a bigger house, I'll be happy when I have a bigger car. I'm not happy now. I don't feel happy now. And there's a lot to be happy for. So gratitude helps to strengthen this and helps us to focus on all the things we can be grateful for instead. So I want to invite you now then to get into a comfortable seated position. And if you want to, if it feels right for you, you can allow the eyes to close or just lower your gaze. And make sure that you are in a comfortable position, because meditation is a practice, and when we engage in that practice, if we are uncomfortable, it can be difficult to engage fully because we're not necessarily focusing on what we'd like to be focusing on, but instead we are noticing what's uncomfortable. So you don't have to sit with a straight back without anything supporting you. If you want to, you can use the wall. You can use a chair, you can use a bed, use a sofa. Just make sure that wherever you are, you're relaxed. And you're warm as well, that's important. Being warm, being nice and comfortable in that sense. Again, you don't want to be focusing on how chilly you are. And it might be helpful to begin today's practice with 3 long, deliberate breaths. Okay, and then just allowing the breath to relax, rest, breathing normally, not changing the breath in any way. And then just gently scanning down the body, looking for any areas of tension or tightness, any areas that you can make any adjustments in. Often we hold lots of tension around the forehead and the jaw and the shoulders. So I wonder if with the next breath in, you can take a slow breath in, and on the out breath, you can release the breath, allowing the shoulders to rest, relax, release all the way down. Some days we can spend our time almost like our shoulders are up towards our ears some days, and just by consciously, connecting with our bodies and noticing what's present, noticing where we are holding the tension, it can help us to make some changes. So continuing to scan down the body, coming home to the body, connecting with this moment. When we connect with what's present, what's here right now, it serves as an anchor. It stops us from jumping around in our minds when we focus on our direct experience. And this is not an easy practice, so don't try too hard, just take it lightly. Take it lightly today. Okay, so gathering your awareness now around your breath if you haven't already done so. And I wonder if you can bring about the same awareness as a child. When You know, when a child has just noticed something for the first time, with that wonder, with that curiosity, absolutely amazed by the whole workings or mechanisms of an object. I wonder if you can bring about that same awareness, that same curiosity to your breath. Noticing the breath as if you were noticing for the first time. I mean, how amazing is it to breathe? Every day, you know, we breathe without even thinking about it. Our bodies just breathe all by themselves, taking in that oxygen, moving it around the body, which enables us to move and to experience joy. Breath is life. And it's the only thing that we are born with and the only thing that we die with. You know, there's no guarantees in our life, is there? It's a really kind of well-known concept that nothing is permanent in life. I know that in my own personal world, when I attend my meditation sangha, you know, we follow a tradition, and the tradition talks all around this idea of impermanence. So nothing is permanent. And this idea of attachment, becoming attached to lots of different things, just creates suffering for a lot of people. Wanting things to be different. So just noticing that breath as the body moves, noticing how the whole body moves as you breathe, swelling like a balloon as you fill your body with air, and then subsiding. Noticing any movements in the back of your body, in the upper back, in the lower back. Movements of the belly, movements of the chest, movements of the shoulders. And we're not trying to change any of our experience, we're just simply noticing what's happening as we breathe. And our minds will wander around, and we may even disengage from the practice and start thinking about lots of other things, but that's okay. Because anytime this has happened, just bring your awareness back, time and time again. Returning to that breath, to that anchor. I'm going to be bringing this idea in now about gratitude. So I want to invite you now to think of some things that you are grateful for. And they don't have to be extravagant, fancy things. So thinking of those things and then really allowing yourself to become involved and absorbed in those feelings of thankfulness for that one thing or two things or three things, however many things you feel grateful for. So for me, I'm going to focus on my two boys. I'm grateful for being a mum and for the opportunity that being a mum provides, and just even for the fact that I am honoured to have children when so many people can't have that luxury. And as you bring in these items, thoughts around gratitude in, notice what's happening in the body. Are there any feelings or sensations there? It's okay if there isn't. Sometimes people report that they can feel a warm sensation in their chest. Just feelings of contentment or excitement or happiness, joy. What are you grateful for today? And I would definitely encourage you to really engage in this practice outside of these sessions, even just by applying it first thing in the morning. So as you wake up, before you get out of bed, if possible, placing your hand on your chest and your belly, both hands, and just spending a couple of moments connecting with the breath, listing some things that you feel grateful for, just before you get up and start the day, using this as a little bit of a mindful time just for you before you engage in the busyness of the world. And the practice of gratitude has been evidenced by so much research to show changes in the body, changes with the mind, even been known to boost our immune system. How amazing is that? And this idea of positivity as well, it just really creates better conditions for us when we train our minds to focus more on the positives. We start to engage in life much more fully and gratefully. Start to feel more content, more at ease. However, all these results won't just happen overnight, so please do listen when I say this is absolutely a practice, 100%. But like with anything, the more we apply ourselves, the better we become, the stronger our ability becomes to notice the pleasant, to notice the positive. And over time, these small changes will make big changes. So I'm grateful for you today for showing up and for engaging in this practice for yourself. So thank you for that. And we're going to bring this practice to a close now. So however you want to move now, move in the body, opening the eyes if they've been shut today, and taking a stretch. And I really hope that you enjoyed today's practice. Do let me know how you found it. Let me know what you're grateful for if you want, that would be nice. And until tomorrow, you have a wonderful Monday. Make it count, whatever you're doing. And try and look for the good in the day. I'm sure there'll be lots of wonderful moments everywhere. And I'll see you tomorrow. So I'll see you soon, everybody. Bye.